The 22nd of June, 2026, Common Era, Earth satellite, the moon. Monday morning, a brief reading from the Common Buddhist text, guidance and insight from the Buddha. Chief editor of this compilation is Dr. Mahadhamma Kosajan. We are currently on chapter 9 on wisdom from the perspective of the Mahayana tradition. Previously, we have covered the Theravada tradition. Going forward, we're also going to cover the Vajrayana tradition. We're picking up on entering the Dharma-door of non-duality on chapter 9 on wisdom. This passage gives various implications of non-duality. The idea that due to the pervasive interrelationship of everything, it is inappropriate to set up dualistic contrast between seemingly opposing things. Yet, ultimately, the only way of expressing non-duality is through silence, as any speech depends on making contrasts, such as between non-dualism and dualism. Then Lichivi Vitmala Kritri asked those monks who are on the perfections on their paramis, good men, how do the bodhisattvas enter the Dharma-door of non-duality? Simati said, thinking. This is characterized by intoxicating inclinations and is not characterized by non-intoxicating inclination. It is dualistic. One who has attained impartiality does not perceive things as being characterized by intoxicating inclinations or as not being characterized by intoxicating inclinations. He attains non-perception, and in his partiality of perfection, he attains impartiality, but is restrained by impartiality. In this way, he enters non-duality. Sukha Vimukha said, thinking, this is happiness and this is unhappiness, is dualistic. One who has abandoned all pleasures and his mind, which is like space because of the complete purity of his understanding, does not generate anything, and he enters into non-duality. Narayanaya said, thinking, this is mundane, and this is the transcendental, is dualistic. The mundane is empty of any essential nature, so nothing transcends and nothing descends. Nothing moves and nothing stays still. Where there is no transcendence or descent, no movement or stillness, one enters non-duality. Danta Mati said, thinking, samsara and nirvana is dualistic. When one sees the true nature of samsara, one neither wanders in samsara nor attains final nirvana. When one realizes this, one enters non-duality. Pratya Satasin said, thinking, this is perishable and this is imperishable, is dualistic. What is destroyed is finally destroyed. What is finally destroyed cannot perish. This is why it is said to be imperishable. Something which is imperishable is transcendent, and something which is transcendent is not perishable. This is what entering the Dharma-door of non-duality means. Samanta Gupa said, thinking, essential self, the Atman, and the no Atman, the no essential self, is dualistic. How is one who does not perceive the existence of a essential self to rid himself of such a self? One who does not see any essential nature of the self is in a dualistic way enters non-duality. Vita Veta said, thinking, knowledge and ignorance is dualistic. The essential natures of ignorance is knowledge. Ignorance is indeterminable. It lies beyond methods of determination. One who realizes this realizes non-duality and enters non-duality. Aksayamati said, thinking that one will practice generosity in order to develop omniscience or omniscience is dualistic. The essential nature of generosity itself is omniscience, and the essential nature of omniscience itself is development. In the same way, thinking that one will practice ethical discipline, patient acceptance, vigor, concentration, meditation, or wisdom in order to develop omniscience is dualistic. The essential nature of wisdom itself is omniscience, and the essential nature of omniscience itself is development. One who enters into the single way of conduct enters non-duality. Gambariputi said, thinking emptiness, freedom from characteristics, and freedom from aspirations are different things is dualistic. In fact, that which is empty has no characteristics, and that which has no characteristics is free from aspiration. When there is no desire, there is no activity of thought, mind, or mental consciousness. One who sees a single door of emancipation sees all doors of emancipation and enters non-duality. Santi Indriya said, thinking, Buddha, Dharma, or Sangha is dualistic. The essential nature of the Buddha in the Dharma and the essential nature of the Dharma is the Sangha. All of the three jewels are unconditioned. Unconditioned is space, and the behavior of all phenomenon is like space. One who sees things in this way enters non-duality. When the person on the perfection of their paramis, a bodhisattva, has each explained non-duality in their own way, they addressed Manasuri, the young prince of the Dharma, and said, Manajasuri, how does a bodhisattva enter non-duality? Manajasuri said, good men, you have all spoken well, but still all your explanations are dualistic. There is a single teaching, which is the entrance into non-duality. It is that all phenomena do not express anything, do not say anything, do not communicate anything, do not explain anything, do not declare anything, and do not discern anything. Then Manajasuri, the youthful prince of the Dharma, addressed Lichavi Vimakritri, son of a good family. We have each explained non-duality in our own way. Please give your explanation on the entrance into the Dharma, which is non-duality. Lichavi Vimakriti remained silent. Manajasuri, the youngful prince of the Dharma, praised Vivakara Kriti, saying, excellent, excellent, son of a good family. This is how the bodhisattvas, the persons on the perfection of their paramis, enters the Dharma-door of non-duality. With no syllables, no sounds, no noises, no limited knowledge or actions. When this explanation was given, 5,000 bodhisattvas, person on the path to the perfection of their parami, entered the Dharma-door of non-duality. Attain patient acceptance of the fact that all phenomena are unrisen. This passage is cited in the Vimalakriti Nidesa Sutra, Chapter 8, Sections 1, 10 through 16, 20 through 22, 32 to 33, translated from Sanskrit. Mind only and emptiness on subject of object of duality. We will pick up on chapter 9 from the perspective of Mahayana tradition on wisdom. This is a brief reading on the common Buddhist texts, guidance, and insight from the Buddha. Chief editor of this compilation is Dr. Mahadhamma Kosachan, also known as Brahma Pandit.